Three quick things. A friend of mine just let me know that his daughter has a snack review channel, and I did not know that. And her channel is Snack It or Leave It. Snack It or Leave It. And I subscribed and I left a comment. I told her I was a friend of her daddy's and new sub. And I look forward to, well, actually, what I said was I hope she can find some of that pumpkin spice spam. It comes out once a year, and not once have I ever been able to get a can of it just to try it. And I hope somebody can. And I actually have seen reviews, and they haven't been very positive, but I'd like to try it myself just to form my own opinion. So her channel is Snack It or Leave It, and she's the daughter of a friend and subscriber, which all my subscribers I consider friends. And second, as you're probably aware, we just shot down. This is probably 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So this probably happened earlier today. They just shot down another thing in the air. I don't know what triggers YouTube, so I'll be kind of cryptic. The military shot down another thing in the air over, or hadn't quite entered Alaska. It was in our territorial waters off the coast of Alaska. And it was carrying something, a payload the size of a car, is what they said. And the first question asked to the Pentagon was, well, how come this one posed a threat and you immediately shot it down the second it entered our territorial waters? But the last one, which was carrying a payload the size of 3 school buses, you said didn't pose a threat and you let it traverse our entire country. We're not able to answer that right now. Yeah, right. I didn't think so. Potato head. Jeez. And there was something else. Oh, yeah. I'm going to include a picture. This is the company that I worked for all those years. And, when I was there, this is Forward Air. When I was working for Forward Air, they had a very stringent hiring process. And they thoroughly checked your background. And you could not be what we in the business used to call job jumpers, job hoppers. And they'd get fired from one job, and the next day they'd be working for, basically, they were untrained steering wheel holders. And Forward Air, you had to have a long driving history, accident-free, ticket-free, good DAC. I don't know if they use DAC anymore, but DAC used to be like a driver approval thing. And they used that until companies started using it to blackmail drivers that quit companies under good circumstances with notice and following all the rules. They would blacklist a driver to make him not able to get another job. So eventually this thing called DAC, D-A-C, became useless to anybody that, used it, because rogue companies had happened to me. I'll tell you what happened. My wife and I leased onto a company called Heartland Express. This was right before we went to Forward Air. Heartland Express. And I told them, I own my own truck because I have back problems. And I cannot unload a truck of freight. So you can't give me loads that I have to unload. And they said 99% of our freight is non-touch. And if you ever have to do touch a load, I'm sure you can hire a lumper, which is okay. So I let them know up front I could not unload freight because my back wouldn't do it. And I had a lot of life left that I had to work. First freaking load they give me is a load that I have to take with my personal truck up the side of this mountain in Colorado I think it's called Mount Eagle. And you zigzag back and forth up this mountain. And you're like 11,000, 12,000 feet up. Now, I am a lowlander. I can't even breathe in Denver, 3,000, 3,500 feet above sea level. I've got a nosebleed up there. I started vomiting. And then they tell me, well, you've got to unload the truck. I said, yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't unload the truck. What I will do is take this back to the shipper, and they can put it on somebody else's truck. So Heartland got mad at me for not unloading the truck, even though I told them I didn't unload trucks. And I told them I'm sick as a dog in this elevation, and I don't ever give me a load like this. So my wife and I, we didn't make any money with that company, and we had our own Qualcomm that we bought and paid for, which was a big mistake at Heartland. Because what they started doing was using us. We would deliver a load in the morning, and then we'd screw around all day getting the next load loaded, and we get about 70, 100 miles out of town, and oops, there's an emergency, and we got to take a load that one of their drivers has, and it's only got 70 miles left on it, and we got to go deliver it. And okay, we'll do that. We always help out. So he gets our, 800, 900,000 mile load, and we deliver the 70-mile load. And that happened constantly. So we saw the writing on the wall. So I gave them my 2 weeks notice. And they said, well, we don't need 2 weeks notice. Go to Fort Smith, where I hired on, and bring your trailer there and peel the stickers off your door. I did exactly what they said to do. Gave them all their permits back, got signed for it. Went to Forward Air, and Forward Air says, you have a bad DAC? And I said, that's impossible. I've never had a bad DAC. I don't have a wreck, don't have a ticket. I have nothing but good work experience and people that will talk good about me. So I called Heartland. I said, why on earth did you give me a bad DAC? I followed every rule. And they said, well, you didn't unload that truck. I said, of course I didn't unload the truck. I told you before you hired me that I couldn't unload trucks. Anyway, failure to follow company policy was what they told. Anyway, I told Forward Air what had happened, that, they sent me up 13,000 feet. Before they hired me, I informed them I could not unload trucks. So that was something I wasn't able to do. And don't give me loads that require the driver to unload. And the first load they gave me was one. So I got hired on with Forward Air. Plus, we had a lot of experience, tanker experience, and hazmat experience. They're not going to let that slip by with one bad DAC. So the picture is Forward Air, as the driver pool dried up. Good drivers were hard to find, so they had to really lower their hiring criteria. And this picture, if I can put it, I'll put it as a cover picture. And if you can't notice it, I'll slip it in the end here too. So, and if I can remember, I will put a link to Snack It or Leave It, my friend's daughter's channel. So I'm going to put this up today. You'll see this today. I don't normally do 2 videos in a day, but I just thought I'd talk about this. So have a good day. Have a good afternoon.